Well, hi there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Bank Angling, where we are once again back on the fantastic Lodge Lake at the Stafford Moor complex in Devon. Fishing a 48-hour session, and with the lake very busy, we settled in 2 productive swims very close to the car park. Despite this, the first night was pretty uneventful, and it forced Kev to make a change on the second day and get his bait boat out. Putting his baits out tight to the main islands, it didn't take long for this to change his fortunes.
Oh, that's a lovely fish, that one. I don't think it is quite a fish. I don't know. They're about the same, actually. Oh, nice one. Hello.
Well played, Kev.
I'm very tired now. I'm going to go and have another can of beer before I weigh these. Just leave them for a bit.
Oh, that's lovely, yeah. Them scales.
On this side is nice. Oh. So there we go, the first one of our Stafford Moor social. Not going to lie, the first 24 hours have been very hard for all of us, but we persevered. Steve's had a few that unfortunately he's not connected with fully to the bank yet, but hopefully he has a couple. And first one we've actually got on the bank, £20 and 8 ounces on a manila tip with a secret wafter. So pucker that, ideal. And we've got another one in the net that hopefully is a bit bigger.
Take some of the water as well, just in case.
There you go. I'm doing my rods in that again now, aren't I?
What a shame.
Lovely. Thank you.
What's that one, Kev?
20. Literally 20.
£20 bang on.
£20 bang on that one. So,
2 20s.
for the brace of 20s, that's not bad, is it? But we did think this one was a bit heavier, didn't we?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh. So there we go, fish number 2. £20 exactly on the nose. Caught on a krill boilie, this one, with a secret pop-up top in it. Yet again. So yeah, so ideal. 2 fish now. Oh,
2 fish in 10 minutes.
2 fish in about 5-10 minutes. So cool. Thank you. Got it?
Yep.
Ideal.
With Kev's double take, it seemed like the carp had definitely woken up, and just a short while later, Dad's rod to the back of the main island sprung to life.
$27.
Okay.
$18 on the nose.
Hey! Boom! Well done. Well done.
This isn't working for some reason. That's better.
Nice one, Dad. Off the mark.
Yay!
Well done.
The quick-runnered fish had certainly given everyone a bit of a buzz, but I don't think anyone was ready for the fish that Dad would land next. It was quite clear in the sling that this fish was very close to Dad's personal best, and the celebration started when the scales registered a little over £30.
There we go, Dad's first 30. In how many years? How many years has that taken?
It's taken 40 years to do that. So you can say I'm pretty pleased.
Nice one. There he goes. We've got a load of pictures and Dad's about to put back his new personal best. We're gonna give it one last look. It's a proper unit across the back of this fish. Look at the absolute size of it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so long as well. Look at that. Hold it, just lift it up a bit. There you go, so people can see. That is an absolute unit. Well done. Look at that. He's going. Oh my god.
Done that. Well done.
Skills. I'm gonna have to explain to the viewers the tactics you boys are using at some point, because yeah,
Bait boat.
people are gonna want to get a bait boat.
Yeah, we're just cheating, basically.
Well done, Dad. Mega.
That's absolutely brilliant.
So what about that for a special moment? Dad's first 30 banked with myself, Kev and some of the family there to share the joy with him. One of the Lodge Lake's giants caught by some really crafty angling. But what would the rest of the session bring? Surely we'd catch more carp on the next night. Well, actually, we had to wait till the morning for the next piece of action.
Well, folks, for a very uneventful second night, Kev has got his third fish. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's a little bit under 24 pounds.
Just under 24 pounds.
He's had 320, so very nice.
Felt quite heavy though, that fish.
Really bizarre take where his bobbin just bounced up and down for ages. There we go.
Wiped all my rods out. Even no back leg anymore. Lovely.
It's been completely dead all night. No one's had a bleat. And Kev's had one.
Sweet.
Right then, folks, here he is.
Yeah. Fish number 3. On a little PVA bag again on the old Krill and Secret combo. Remix Bait's Secret as a topper and Krill as a bottom bait. Oh, stuck out nice and tight to the island with a bait boat, which is cheating as Chris says, but hey, who cares? There you go.
Very nice. Took a long time for that one to go off though.
Oh, it did. Well, a long time between bites there, weren't we? It's quite heavy, that is.
Well done. Right, let's get some pictures.
Nice one, mate.
Back he goes. Well done, Kev. Right then, chaps, we're going to have a quick look at Dad's successful rig, which he's landed his first 30 on. You're doing the same thing on all 3 rods, I think, is that right?
Yeah, I have been. So it's just a very simple coated rig, stripped back about ½ an inch from the hook to give it a bit of movement, and with a little kicker on. This is just a little link wafter which just balances the hook nicely. So that's got to sit on the bottom, something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's nicely balanced, this flies up really easily. So very simple and straightforward. And then these are just going out with a little breadstick on. It's a bit of visual attraction.
And that's just breadcrumb.
This is just liquidized breadcrumb.
Stringering it down the hook link.
So
stop tangles.
See, that stops any tangles and gets your hook and bait to the bottom nice and cleanly. A little bit of visual attraction. There's a lot of small fish in here, so I don't think this is actually sitting on the bottom for long, but then that activity will, small fish activity will hopefully draw some bigger fish in any case.
Nice one. Skills.
So I haven't been using any more pellet than that.
So a couple of scoops of pellet in the boat.
A couple of scoops of pellet, a few chops.
It's called the boilie chopper. The quarter chopper. Pops a Couple of them in there. And what's that, manila?
Yeah, this is sticky manila.
So it's a little parcel of bait.
Some of that, and then
Oh, he's going to go get the secret ingredient now, folks.
not that much of a secret. This is just bread.
Oh, you're putting more bread in with it.
So I have been doing a bit of this as well.
But them roach love that. Oh, look at that little trap.
That in the top, and then as a final touch.
And then he's putting goo all over it as well. What goo's that?
This is
pineapple.
This is, which one's this? Yeah, this is pineapple.
And this has done how many bites now?
It's done 4 bites. Unfortunately, I've dropped a couple. Well, one hook pull and one cut off on an unseen snag down the edge.
It's only trouble in fishing in snaggy margins.
And there we go. That's what's been going out.
Lovely. Get it out there. Right, so this is Dad's swim, Albert Square, tucked in the corner here on Lodge. There's the man himself. Caught his PB on this trip, and now he's going to show us where he's put his rods, because you might be interested to see how sneakily he is fishing with his bait boat.
So, not that sneaky at all, really. And in fact, only one spot has produced, well, actually all 3 spots have produced takes. But I've only landed the fish off one spot, which I'll show you. So the right hand rod is underneath that overhang.
On this tree, about here. Bank. There we go. Yeah, I've got it. I can point it out on the camera.
Middle rod is right down the centre, about, I don't know, 20 yards from the bridge.
Around here. That one's not that sneaky, but this one.
But this the left hand rod, which is the one that's done the 2 fish that I've landed, is right down the side towards the corner there.
Right in here, folks.
Under the tree line, and I guess about, I don't know, about a rod length out from the corner maybe.
Nice, right in there, tucked in there. And you might not be able to see it on the camera, but honestly, if you were standing there with a rod, there is not a chance in hell you'd be able to cast in there from the swim anyway. So that's definitely a bait boat rod. Nice one. Well, skills.
I've had a bait boat for quite a while, and I don't always use it, to be fair, but sometimes it just gives you that edge that you wouldn't get otherwise. And
yeah, you're allowed on here, so why not?
They're allowed here, so this time I bought it. I didn't actually bring it with me the last time we were up here, and but I'm glad I did this time because it's got me a PB.
It's
so
paid off.
Happy days.
Nice one. Right then, chaps, I've been told that from some regular on the bank angling followers, namely Aidan and John, that I have to apologise for my poor performance on this session. And yeah, I have blanked, unfortunately. Not a single thing has happened on my rods, other than a trailer has picked them up twice, and that is about it. I'm fishing out into open water, spommed nice and accurately, solid bags, nothing. So what can you do, you know? You just got to take it. And yeah, I should have probably nicked the bait boat and put it a bit tighter to the island, but it's okay. We'll let Kev have his little time in the sun now, quite literally, because the sun's beating down on him. And we're going to go over and see what he's caught now and how he's done it. So let's go. Here he is then, folks, the main man. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like you're a bit facetious, mate.
What do you mean?
You're being quite facetious there. That's the main man. All you've done is given me grief for using a bait boat.
I know. You've caught some fish though, yeah.
It has worked. So my approach on the first night was to fish PVA bags, but I think I made a fatal mistake in that I filled them with 2.3mm pellet, and there's an awful lot of silverfish in here. I think that I put the PVA bags out, the roach and the skimmers have probably wiped all that pellet out within about 10 minutes, and I was just fishing 3 single bottom baits out in the middle of the lake for the first night, and I think that wasn't a good start. So basically, I've not brought my spod rod with me. I could have nicked Chris's, but I have got the bait boat in the van, so I decided that I would just bait boat out 3 PVA bags with a bit of some pellet and some boilie in there. There's a bit of mixed boilie, there's all the different sticky baits in there, and just dropped a sort of 30 or so boilies on top of each rod, and then just sit back and wait for a bite, and that worked. So yeah, that's what I did. So I fished a bag on the bait boat because it would reduce tangles when it hit the bottom, and this is the rig that I used. So I'm using a krill boilie topped with a Remix Baits Secret Wafter, just to give it a little bit of a sight bobble, and they seem to be fishing quite well, so it seems quite a good combination. There's a size 8 wide gape hook with a 4-inch hook length going into a lead, which is, this one's from Lee's Leads. I'll be mentioning a bit more about that later on. Yeah, straight through to main line, fished a PVA bag, put it in the bait boat, put it up tight to the islands, and that's what did the fish. And yeah, I think it's quite good really, because it was a bit lazy, the bait boat presentation, I'm not going to lie, but at the end of the day, it put that bait an awful lot closer and a lot more accurately to a feature than you were going to do it casting. So yeah, it was cheating, but it did catch me 3 fish, so thumbs up for that.
Skills, man.
But yeah, my skills on that joystick when I'm driving that, yeah, like
well
I say, you don't cast, but it's worked. So
well, it's an accurate way of placing your rig and your bait all together. Far more accurate than you can get with a spawn, regardless of what anyone says, whether they can land it on a foot square or what. It's not going to be as accurate as using a bait boat, is it? No,
because the bait boat, the bait is literally just all dumped in one pile, isn't it? So yeah, so that's worked quite nicely.
Cool.
So,
are you going to put this rig back out so we can see it all, or not?
Not in the boat, because I've run out of battery on the handset. I'm going to cast it
That's
out.
the downside with the bait boat, that you can run out of batteries.
To be fair, I've not charged it yet, and I've had it a whole season, so it's done quite well.
Nice one.
Yeah, cool. So the 3 spots that I was fishing in Peg 1 were, the first spot was up against that island that's directly in front of me, by the second tree, a little bit up from the second tree, but tight up to the island, and that was where I had 1 fish. Then to the right of that, my middle rod was by the gorse bush, which is just over there, and the gorse bush did me 2 bites, and that was tight underneath that. And then my right hand rod hasn't done me a fish, but that's on the end of the island, in between here and Albert Square. So yeah,
the gorse bush has been the main one, hasn't it?
Yeah, but
on this right hand island.
Interestingly, the first time I fished this peg, we had more fish off the point of the island, that island there, between there and Albert Square, than than anywhere else, and so that's why I put a bait there. Yeah. But it's not happened, so yeah.
Nice one.
Cool.
So there we go then, everyone, the end of another session's carp fishing, and there were certainly lessons to be learned from this trip. Kev and Dad's use of technology had allowed them to access really difficult areas of the lake, and this meant that the carp that were in a funny mood were more than willing to take their hook baits. I gave them a bit of stick, saying it was cheating, but obviously they deserved every single bite they had. Kev seemed more than pleased with his 3 lovely 20-pounders, and that double take was a proper hectic bit of action. And then there was Dad with that amazing 30-pounder. I could tell he was over the moon, and so he should be. He's been so close in the past, catching various lakes big uns, but it not quite being over that magical weight. But hey, that's just carp fishing, and I hope we've shown it in this video. So until next time, enjoy your fishing and tight lines.